Good morning. Good morning. Unlike what my personality would show, I don't like public speaking. Something about being the center of attention terrifies me. But like kicking, if I mess up and people see, life will go on. But when Father Montgomery asked me to give a chapel talk, I didn't refuse. My story starts in the 5th grade, when my father took me out of a local school and he sent me to Bemet, a boarding school in Massachusetts. I was 12 years old, 8 hours away from home, and I loved the freedom. I also loved my 6 roommates who had been in boarding school for quite some time, and they took me under their wing. I loved our dorm parent, Miss O'Brien, who cooked for us and made it feel like a home. But unfortunately, I was simply a weird and rude kid. I got into trouble a lot. One example being I bit a kid's ear because I thought I was Mike Tyson. Obviously, I wasn't. Beyond being absolutely pummeled by the boys, I got suspended. Then after that day, I realized that actions have consequences. My parents had to fly to my school, pick me up, and punish me. The next year was COVID. I moved to Randolph, Macon, a school closer to home. It was a whole different environment, with more rules, uniforms, and a lot more marching. If I did not make my bed with perfect hospital corners, I would have to wake up at 4:45 in the morning, put on full military gear, and run. I didn't love it, and also, I didn't learn. My teachers were great, but due to my poor attitude, my grades went down significantly, as well as fights, weekly calls home, and messing up all my friendships. So when my dad gave me the opportunity to come to St. James, I took it gladly. This was like a reset button for me. I started off the year well, playing sports, joining the choir, and making friends. But again, the issue was my conduct. I had a lot of demerits, and a poorly made decision led me to get sent home, missing my trip to Costa Rica with my friends. During this time, I thought about my dad, about what he wants for me. And honestly, it didn't seem too hard. He wanted me to be a well-behaved student. So I decided to give it a try. For the past 6 years, I have been on autopilot. If I had an issue, I thought, I'll work on it later, but I wanted to fix it now. A couple weeks later, I got hurt, and I questioned all the progress I had made. Was it worth it? I thought in the hospital. But I didn't want to think like that, so I started listening to audiobooks about the Bible to keep myself out of a depressive state. In Psalm 37, verses 23 and 24, it says, "The Lord directs the steps of the godly. Through he may stumble, but he will not fall, for the Lord upholds him with his hand." I decided to give my life to the Lord, because if I didn't have a plan for me, at least he did. To conclude, my 2 pieces of advice for you. First, when I missed my first PAT, I was in shock. I felt horrible. Then Mr. Mullender said the most spectacular thing: be a goldfish. Which means don't dwell on mistakes and on the past, and remain in the present. Your past doesn't reflect your future endeavors. Second, be open to the message of Christ. In James 4-8, it says, "Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you." God has a plan for each and every one of you, and it is important to have faith in him and yourself. I am far from perfect. I'll never be a perfect friend or a perfect man, and I don't know what God has in store for me. But what I do know is that with God's help, I can be a better man than I was yesterday. I will end my talk by saying thank you to everyone. Father Dunnan, Father Montgomery, to all the sixth formers, and the faculty. You have made my time at St. James perfect. And without all of you, I wouldn't be half the man I am now. Thank you.